And I waited, stranded, obsolete, defeated, and never wanted to walk on your own. To being your own, not to roam through. Two eyes of mobility was only stable enough to just marry. Misunderstood, miss knocking on wood on doors. Doors open that close, you propose mutually. I suppose vows were all still silent and steep. When swept from the beneath the ground, there are distant rules run away from like the rat of a child. For the tip, for the tap, for the mouth, and incompletely breaking rules are generated by their own weak. Debt to regret never gets paid back. For the pride whispered to ears, integrity, and at least that least. Less grief, queeze rather grief. Gather breath and rest and pleads. The word under the book of the wrong red color for the gray state of my headly. Sorry, for the crime of purging. Crisis spelled with a paid nod for the catastrophic. At the top of the seats, people prepare for the thing for the forceful, predominant ignorance. Erasing from tongues of oblivious, obvious envy. Greetings of insecurity guards to the gates of the blue color, sweat for the tears, tear, skin for the sheep for the time, find a shed for the poncho for the time clocks, slip past the memory hands of accountability for the humidity, needs military reluctantly for the unlimited discipline for the subject for the absence of variations of rations, occasions casual, is usually the suspect face of guilt for the death of the beast for the nature of naturally dysfunction and helpful, wondering why doctors seek to beat the list below the count of the page and rage out the outrage, amptels, evacuations, predetermined outcries. At any point of occupation, as if it was an optional optic. Copped out for the crap out. Shoot out for the doubt for the route. Detriment for the reminiscent for the arrogant rodents and Romans and Roman times around Rome. Believing for the rebuilding with the recreated destructive ghosts. Romanticized without alleviating with allegations exaggerated for the aggravation, the graves and grieving, the believers that ever sin for. Insinuated talk down tank. Can't believe on it. Debate, debutante, Babylon, the business that they care for the care of the day by the day. Way of the life for the wife of the time, but when the day she didn't pay attention to husband's pride and pride. She broke with the pocketbooks of her teeth to deceive me and believe me. The invisibility for the only seeing spiritually that I'm dead. She would try to not. My head is still lazy, but I'm just bankruptcy, burglary, dignity, brutally beaten. Standing for promises made for the altar of marriage, by altering her ego for learning, leniency, pending, independence unless it's unsure to depend it on. For the asshole that don't keep the keys and locked out for the door for the key for the cannot pretty. Vain actions, reading the chapter. Either that or acknowledgement of something new that lives. Pledging dead or nothing for the nothing to change. Change me, mind made up, and outpouring innocent instead of the starting being deceived in that perception. Believes the other tree for the treason. Reason to cutting your own off. Torturing sheep's clothing to rip it off what she reads. The one who doesn't seek grief until greed is full of shit. For the meat for the meats and the island so. Sob stories and distance arrive. Tells the heaps of that leaves and mouth to skip. Telling one of the signs of the war for the one dead or alive. The same thing range that strange is right. Alive in that castle, some gases spread all over. She let it sit doing her overlapping over all the way down the dishes. Patience for that time. Battles in the first time. For reaching tactics and parents and parents. Now ready to catch the support. Lost, and on the other hand, it was one after mercy. Not deserving bullshit, sir. Inability to not be facing her ugly because it's too embarrassing to embrace the braces behind the words. Gridlock, cold shivers, boldness, loaded in pocket, beach floated around, shielding, entertainment, environment, containing, and arrangements. Red light shot about in the night roaches. Smoked in the chaos in the head of the heat. Heading to hell like roses and virgins and diamonds and bargains and levers and age and rage and disagrees and ranges station for the lookout for the baby.
Obsolete, defeated, and never wanted to walk on your own. To being your own, not to roam through. Two eyes of mobility was only stable enough to just marry. Misunderstood, miss knocking on wood on doors. Doors open that close, you propose mutually. I suppose vows were all still silent and steep. When Swept from the beneath the ground, their distant rules run away from like the brat of a child, for the tit, for the tap, for the mouth, and incompletely breaking rules generated by their own weak. Debt to regret never gets paid back, for the pride whispered to ears, integrity in at least that least. Less grief, queeze rather grief, gather breath and rest and pleads. Wording the book in the wrong red color for the great state of mind headly. Sorry for the crime, but purging. Crisis spelled with a K knife for the catastrophic, for the topic of the care, for the thing, for the before spoken preliminary, with the predominant. Ignorance, racing from tongues of oblivious, obvious envy. Greetings of insecurity guards to the gates of the blue collar, sweat for the tears, terror, skin for the sheep for the time, find a shed for the poncho for the time clocks, slip past the memory hands of accountability for the humidity, needs military reluctantly for the discipline for the accepted for the absence and the variations to rations, vocations casual, is usually the suspect face of guilt for the death of the beast, for the nature of naturally dysfunctioning, hovering and wondering, and why doctors seek to weak the list will live the counter to page to rage out the outrage, amp those evacuations, predetermined outcries. At any point of occupation, as if it was an optional opted. Copped out for the crap out. Shoot out for the doubt for the route. Detriment for the reminiscent for the arrogant rodents and Romans and Roman time for the revealing with the recreating destructive coast. Romanticized without alleviating with allegations exaggerating for the aggravation, the graves and grieving the believers that was sin for. Insinuated talked out tank. Can't for the ebonics. Debate, debutante, Babylon for the papers to day care for the carry the day by the day. Way of the life for the wife for the time up on the day she didn't pay attention to husband's fragile heart. She broke with the pocketbooks and crooked teeth for the deceiving and relief. Invisibility for the only seen spiritually, but I'm dead within. She would try to not find the invalid still lazy enough to tag the laser for the only before the shoplifting and lonely companies. Bankruptcy, burglary, dignity, brutally beaten to the empty promises made from the altar of marriage, while altering her ego for the learning of leniency, pending on independence and it's unsure to depend on from the ass of the donkey with the keys and locked out for the door for the beating for the conniving prey, conveying acts of these are reading the chapters. Either that or acknowledge for the stumbling near that ledge, pledging dead or nothing for the nothing to change will change me, mind made up and you had to have it. Outpouring innocent instead of installing an indecency and deceived in that perception. Believes the other tree for the treason, and reason to cutting your own off words and just to torturing sheep's clothing to ripping off what she reaps. A wolf that doesn't seek grief until greed is full of shit before the beat for the beats and an island sober. Sob stories and this is reality test and heaps of that leaps and the bounds to skip. Telling one of the signs and no reward for the one that dead or alive, the same thing the range that strange has arrived. Alive in that caskets and gases spread all over where she lay over tiptoeing or overlapping over all the allegations of her patients that pack back with the patterns in the worst time of the information the tactics and parents and apparently dumbfounded enough to catch it beforehand. Lost it on the other hand, it was pointing at the mercy but they're not deserving, won't she serve anything enabling. Inability to not be facing her ugly because it's too embarrassing. Embrace the braces behind the words, gridlock, pull the shoulders, boulders and motors. Motors the pocket that you photoed on, ensuring entertainment, the confinement, the containing and arrangements. A ray of light shot about in the night roaches. Smoked in the chaos in the head of a heathen. Heading to hell like hoes at virgins and dive bars and bargains and bargain, leverage and levers and age and rage and disarranged the rangers and station for the lookout for the lunar danger.